In 1846, 87 pioneers took a risky shortcut to California from Midwest, as you see in the map, the trail that they followed. But this ended up in history's one of the most famous survival tragedies. Only 48 of them made it out alive. They were the Donner Reed Party. Well, they were actually trapped in early winter snow in the Sierra Nevada during November, but the disaster actually started right here on this ground. This is the Great Salt Lake Basin. The brutal waterless trek across this endless salt flats slowed their heavy wagons to crawl, stealing precious weeks from their timeline. That critical delay is the exact reason why they reached the mountain so late. They were trapped in the snow in the mountains. Well, what was once a deadly obstacle for pioneers is now one of the most stunning and peaceful landscape that you can visit. There are no heavy wagons, no survival struggle, just endless white salt, wide open space, and an incredible trip. So let's have a trip to Great Salt Lake and Bonneville Salt Flats. So I started my journey from Salt Lake City, Utah. When I'm in a historical tour like this, I generally take guided tours. In that way, I get to know way more about the local history. But if you follow my video and visit this area, I can guarantee you won't need any guided tour. On our way to Bonneville Salt Flats, we saw the famous Kennecott Copper Mine. This is one of the major copper operation in this area, located about 25 miles southwest of Salt Lake City in the Oquirrh Mountain. And also you can see on the picture this tall structure, that's the smelter of the mine. We also saw some salt factories on our way. Do you see the straight line across the Oquirrh Mountain? This was actually the old water line. This whole Great Salt Lake Basin, which had previously had Great Salt Lake, even Bonneville Flat that we are about to see now, that was also a Bonneville Lake. And all of this was flooded about 10,000 years before. This line is coming from that flood line. We are about to reach now the Tree of Utah. This is called the Tree of Utah. This was built by a Swedish artist. There's no tree here, so he decided to build this tree in middle of a white desert. The Bonneville Salt Flats are a densely packed salt pan in northwestern Utah, and this is a remnant of the Pleistocene Lake Bonneville. This flat is about 12 miles or 19 kilometers long and 5 miles or 8 kilometers wide. Holds about 147 million tons of salt, mostly common table salt. Lake Bonneville was the largest Pleistocene lake in western North America. It was the predecessor to the Great Salt Lake in the eastern Great Basin. During Pleistocene glaciation, this lake basin was filled, covering approximately 50,000 square kilometers. And this water was mainly freshwater or relatively freshwater and supported many life forms, including fish. The lake spilled over at Red Rock Pass between 10 to 30,000 years before and caused a mega flood. The Red Rock Pass is the lowest divide that separates the Great Salt Lake Basin from the Snake River to the north. After the Bonneville flood, the lake fell to a certain shoreline level, and a big chunk of the lake remained at that level for more than 1,000 years. But finally, the level of the Lake Bonneville fell a lot due to change in the climate of this great basin, and the water eventually evaporated in place, leaving behind these all white salt minerals. Just get a view of the spot. It's a little bit of water coming from rain, little slippery to walk here, but still very, very beautiful. The sun reflecting on this. Those mountains are called Silver Island Mountains. All right, time for me to walk back. My friends are all walking back. See you soon. Stay tuned. We are going to go to Great Salt Lake actually. Finally, I've reached the Great Salt Lake. But the thing is, the Great Salt Lake itself is a big topic. So I do not want to make this video more longer, but will tell you more about the Great Salt Lake in my part 2 version of this video. So stay tuned and please subscribe to watch the part 2.